Join us now, Jason Smith from Missouri. Chairman, always good to have you. What do you think? This might have been the first time, sir, the markets were saying, we should prepare for an Should they prepare for something like that?
You know, we need to, it just shows how we need to get this agreement finalized. For 97 days, Speaker McCarthy waited for Joe Biden to come to the table and negotiate. Finally, when we passed the Limit, Save, Grow Act to increase the debt limit, they started the negotiations. We need to get the job done. House Republicans are the only ones that have voted for a debt limit increase. In fact, every Democrat in Congress, you cannot find one that has voted to increase the debt limit this Congress.
Well, of course, yours is tied to spending cuts. Not all Democrats are on board that, and that could change, to your point. I'm just wondering, it seems like each side is actually getting more locked into their positions, or am I just not reading it correctly?
Well, the president has been asking for tax increases to be included. That's absolutely the wrong direction. The American people are
talking about the tax increases on energy companies, right?
He's proposing all types of tax increases, and that's not acceptable. The American people aren't wanting that. The American people are wanting us to look at the fiscal insanity that's been going on. Just last year alone, we had the highest revenues in the history of our country at $4.9 trillion, but we also had the highest spending at $6.2 trillion. Spending has increased more than 40% in just the last 3 years of discretionary spending. We can look at this wasteful spending and we can address that. And that's exactly what we need to get to. If the president and the Senate Democrats could pass an increase to the debt limit according to what they want, they would do it now. But guess what? They don't have the votes. That's why they have to do this agreement with Speaker McCarthy. And let's get the job done.
All right. You know, both of your plans call for shading or trimming spending over the next 10 years. I believe your plan is a little over $4 trillion. I believe the president's plan is about $3.5 trillion. But truth be told, you will still increase the debt, both sides, by tens of trillions during that period. So it's out of control no matter whose package we pick, right?
You know, we have a spending problem in Washington. There's no question, Republicans and Democrats. However, the $4.8 trillion spending bill reduction that we had in the Limit, Save, Grow Act is a good approach. But the president cannot pass his proposal out of the U.S. Senate. If he could, Chuck Schumer would do it. So that is why he has to have an agreement with Speaker McCarthy. Let's get the job done.
All right, we might have gotten a first sign among the Democrats. Hakeem Jeffries, of all people, the leader of the Democrats in the House, has said he is somewhat open to a spending freeze. Didn't indicate the years, I believe, but he would be open to it. Now, he's caught all hell from progressives. A couple of your members had said that if the president's plan is worth looking at, I believe, with or without those tax increases you alluded to. Does that form the middle ground, Chairman? I don't want you to give away negotiations. You can't, obviously. But it seems like that indicates a Democrat willing to do something Republicans want, a Republican open to something Democrats want. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that whenever you have negotiations, you have to meet somewhere in the middle. We set a standard of what we're asking for under Limit, Save, Grow Act, and I think that we should definitely get pieces of it. You have to give and take. Jeffries, for example, has been pushing for this discharge petition for a blank check clean debt limit, but he can't even get all of his Democrats to sign on to that. Like I said, what the president is pushing, they can't pass with the Democrat-controlled Senate, and they can't do it with the discharge petition in the House of Representatives. That's why we have to continue this negotiation and work with Speaker McCarthy. We're the only ones that's increased the debt limit, House Republicans. In fact, every Democrat in the House voted against a debt limit increase. So we've delivered results. Let's work with the White House, get some final results.
All right, just to clarify, sir, and to your point, Democrats were opposed to linking that to spending cuts. That's why they're not keen on your plan. We'll see if that changes, sir.